And I'm going to pull about 4 cards, lay them on the table, then I'm going to ask your question, and then we're going to talk about all of it, okay? All right, so the first deck is my angel cards. I've actually got 2 different decks of angel cards, but they're very, very different in nature. But these first cards that I pull are from oracle decks, and oracle decks help you get a broad picture of what's going on. I'm going to pull a flower card. I've only known one Vivian in my life, and she's a witchy woman in Utah. She's kind of cool. She dresses like Stevie Nicks, and she's a musician. She's really, really cool. Now pull one of my French cards. Okay. And we'll pull one of these other angel cards. Now you be thinking about what you want to ask me about, okay? Which I think you probably already got that pretty refined. Okay, I am now ready for your first question. Okay, and go ahead, I'm listening. What is his name? Oh, okay. Prince. All right, well, let's see where Prince is coming from. Have you ever read the story The Little Prince? That's like one of my favorite stories. So you have your little prince. So you guys are not together. Did you break up? I mean, how did this evolve? So you're saying that in the beginning he wanted to get serious, and then something happened and you guys said, no, we're going to take space. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So the first card I have is Inner Love, and this is coming from the angels. And it's a beautiful rainbow colored card in like this geometric figure. Now the inner love, you know how they say you can't find love until you love yourself? And that sounds so trite. Well, what it means is you have to emanate love. You have to feel love even toward yourself before you can attract it to you. So this is a card that's guiding you to definitely focus on how wonderful, how special, how precious you are. Because when you know it, then the guys know it. The next card, Cherry Blossom. This is a card, these flowers are sacred flowers in Japan and China. The cherry blossoms represent eternal youth. Now I know you're already pretty young yourself, but this is a blessing card of retaining your youth, being beautiful. The next card represents this 5 energy that we were talking about. It's the card of change. And it shows a woman with wind blowing and a little owl sitting up in a tree watching her. It's nighttime. So the change, I call that the wind of change. And when the winds blow, they blow things out and they blow new things in. You need to know you're a Cancer, so you're a very intuitive person yourself. You need to be paying attention to your intuition. That's what this little owl is saying. And watch for signs, because you're going to be guided in what direction you... Oh, this is so funny. I didn't even see the card after change, and I just looked down at it, and it says exactly what I just said to you. It's got an angel there, and it says, listen to your intuition. So these are 2 cards that are saying, trust yourself. Now, I pulled from my love cards, and it's got a girl on the card with a knight, like a knight in armor, and you can't see his face because his little hat's pulled down, and she's standing in front of him, and it says the strongest emotion is often expressed in silence. So that means, you know, someone can have very deep feelings, but they never voice them, so then you don't know. And I don't know if that's you or if that was him. Now, these cards, they don't look that great, Vivian. I'm going to be honest with you. The first card is him. The first 2 cards. How old is this guy? Okay. The first 2 cards, one of them is about him expressing his talents and getting recognition for them, people noticing what he has to offer. And that's more, you know, that's his work, his career area. And the next card, it's kind of funny because his name, and the next card is the Emperor card. Now, yeah, that's what I thought. The Emperor is the king of his world. He's a man who is on top of the world. He's successful. He generally has his own business. But he can also be, he's very alpha. And he can also be a little bit dominating and even stubborn and reserved. He's not a soft, cuddly type, okay? Now, I don't know if this is Prince or if this is someone very powerfully influential around him. And then the next 2 cards are about the 2 of you. And they're both speaking about this break that's happened. So I think, when was the last time you talked to him? All right. Well, I don't think, honestly, right now, I don't think he's given a lot of thought to this, because I think he's putting his focus on his work mostly. But there's, you know, the break was pretty, whatever was going on before the break was severed. Now I can pull some and see if he's going to come back around, but right now it's pretty cut off. So he's just kind of doing his own thing. Okay, we'll do that. What was Prince's sign? Okay, he's a Scorpio. Now let me ask you a question, little Cancer, because I'm a Scorpio. And I am married to a Cancer that's born like 3 days after you, the 29th of June. Did you do something, did you do anything to make him feel like he couldn't trust you? In particular with another guy. Okay, good. Very good. Because that's one thing a Scorpio is not going to get over real easy, if ever. So I wanted to make sure we had that over, out of the realm of possibility. It wouldn't surprise me him telling you at the time that he wanted something, you know, close and serious, because Scorpios, if they invest their time in you at all, it's all or nothing for them. They don't do anything halfway. It's a very good match for you, though. Just, I don't understand really what's going on with him. So let's just see. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm looking at the cards about him coming back around to you, and you brought it, while I was shuffling, you brought up this ex-girlfriend. Okay. So the first card that I laid down on the table is the Lover's card, okay? And traditionally, in the origins of the tarot cards, the Lover's card had 2 women and a man on it, and it was called the card of choice. And in this particular spread, that's exactly what we're looking at. Now, there's a big choice before this guy, and it's heavy-duty soul level choice. The decision he makes is going to change his life, alter his life. Now, what the next card is about wanting to do right and help someone. So I am, and then the next card is him. It's the King of Cups. And the final card is the Six of Swords, which means, now, I don't think he's going to come back. I'm trying to make up my mind if he's going to actually go to her. I don't even know that he's going to go to her. I think he's going to leave the whole situation behind. I think he's going to help her, though, financially. That's probably what she's needing with all those kids. But I think he'll help her out. but I don't see him interested in romance at all. He's been pretty stressed out with all of this, and he's just wanting to get away from it all and kind of chill out and relax. So, you know, these cards, obviously things can shift, but in this moment it looks like he's trying to just get away from everything so that he can, you know, de-stress, decompress from all of it. I think it's been kind of intense on him. I think she's been intense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with you 100%, because the cards looked like there was he's wanting to help her, and it looked like it was financial help, but I didn't see like love or anything like that. I just saw the help, and then I saw him getting away. So when guys get pressured emotionally by girls, they will retreat because it's really, really overwhelming for them. They're not wired like girls are. So I think he's feeling pretty overwhelmed. And once he calms down some, he'll rethink everything. But at the moment, the cards are just showing him going away. Any of it. Uh-huh. And that's fair to you. You know what I mean? You don't want to be a part of a triangle. Good. Good for you. Now let's see. Let me tell you a good book for you to look at. Linda Goodman's Love Signs. Read the chapters on Scorpio and Cancer together. The name of the book? I will. Yes, I will. Well, it's a really good match. You know, I've dated a lot of different signs, and I wish I had met my Cancer at the very beginning, because it's such a good match. Yeah. Aw. resolved. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So you asked, is there any possibility in the future? There is, but I think it will take some time. I don't think this is 2 weeks, a month. I think it's several months. November, December, somewhere in there. If it happens, I think it'll be at the end of the year, later on, okay? He's going to get this thing sorted out with this girl. He's going to help her out, but I don't think he's in love with her, but I do think he's got an obligation to her, like it's almost like a karmic thing. He feels like he has to help her, but I don't think it's about him being madly, passionately in love with her. I see a decision being made by him where he's wanting to change a lot in his life, and it's going to require him to come from a new place, a new person, a new version of himself. He's got a choice to make, and he's very much wanting to make the necessary changes. And I think he will. And when he gets to that place, you'll be working with a new guy. And yeah. And so when he shifts, and like I said, it's going to take some time, but when he shifts, then he's going to have a new perspective. And I think that's when it would be a possibility of opening back up for the two of you. Yeah. But he's got a little bit of depressurizing, after he gets this wrapped up. And then, I think he's going to make a shift, and then he's going to look at things in a different way. Okay, what do you want to do next? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I already know the answer to that. Yes, they were true, but he wasn't in a place to express them, because he knew if he did, he was going to get things really rolling with you, and it wasn't the time to do that, because he didn't want to hurt you with that situation. Yes, I believe his feelings were true, most definitely. All right, let's get you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let me tell you something about you. You being a Cancer, you have every possibility, every potential to be a very successful businesswoman. Well, I want you to own your own business, because I know 100% that you will be successful, because Cancers have this intuitive bead on the public, and you guys just know how to market to them. You know what people want, and you know how to get it to them. So, now let me say this to you though. People often think, and it scares them off, they think, oh, but I got to come up with all this money to be able to open my own business. Or I got to get a business loan. Look, I've had 4 different businesses, and I haven't had to take out any business loan to get them off the ground. I haven't, look, my whole life I've been employed for myself. I'm not somebody that can be, somebody else's employee. And every cancer that I have ever known, you guys are like cats with 9 lives. I watch you. You'll go through things, but you always come back. You'll go through hard times, but then you come back. And every one of them I've known that's had their own business has been very successful. So there's no doubt about that. Good, very good. Tell me, well, you said right now you're a hairstylist. Is that are you wanting a salon of your own for your business, or is it something else? Aw. Uh-huh. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Vivian. Well, I'll tell you what, when you start getting this business going and you need some guidance, some coaching, call me and we'll work together, and I'll help you figure out exactly how to market it and get it going, okay? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, well, I will plan to have a long-term relationship with you then. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. I pulled, the clock just ran out, but I've got four cards on the table, and we wanted to know about your career. Well, the funny thing is, the whole darn thing's about relationship. And it's good. But I don't know that it's the Scorpio. I'm thinking somebody new's coming in. We've got all these cups on the table, and cups represent emotions. And the first card is celebration, happy times, parties. It could even be weddings and things that you may attend. And you might meet this guy at one of these events. There is a guy coming in. Now, I mean, I guess I could be wrong, and it could be the Scorpio. It feels like it's somebody else, though, someone new. But this guy is also very emotional. He's very connected to his heart. He's intuitive. He could be a water sign, which is why I'm saying it might be the Scorpio. But I just don't know that it is. With all the spreads that I was pulling on him, and he was just off to himself. But when this guy comes and he, presents his heart to you, you're going to worry. You're going to worry and worry and worry and worry. And I don't know if you're going to be worried because you're scared you're going to get hurt. I don't know if you're going to worry because you're trying to hold out for the Scorpio. I don't know what it is, but it's not necessary. If you will let, when he comes around, if you'll let your guard down, let your fear go, the final card is the happiest card in the deck. Yeah. It's the 10 of Cups. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's celebration. It's fulfillment in relationships. I mean, it's wonderful energy. So maybe that, you never know, that Scorpio might have done you a favor by going off to himself. He might have just moved out of the way for this wonderful relationship to come into you and unfold. Now, real quick, I'm going to pull another one on your work right now, and then we'll be complete. But I got to see what this is going to say. So give me a second here. I guess that information needed to be known before anything else came out. Yes! So where are you doing hair at, Vivian? Oh, really? Sports clips and art. Wait. Say it again? Where is that at exactly? Okay. You're actually not far from me. Yeah. When you said Arvada, I'm like, okay, where exactly is she at? Do you do women and men or just men? Uh-huh. Aw. Okay. All right, cool. Well, let me tell you something that I've been very disappointed. You know, I've been in Colorado for a year, and I'm going to tell you, here's you a marketing tip right here. I've been disappointed by how the stylists market and advertise their business here. They don't. Moving where? Oh, I know all about Santa Monica, girlie. I'm from California myself originally. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I'm missing the ocean so bad right now. So you're thinking of, you'll be here at this place probably for another year, and then you'll go on to California. Well, I marketed salons. One of my businesses I had was marketing, helping people with their social media and their posts and all of that. And I helped this salon market. And, you know, the girls in the South, you know, they take pictures of their cuts, of their colors, of their styles and everything. And they really, you know, pump their customers up online. But here, nobody takes pictures or anything. So you don't have any idea what their work is. You know what I mean? Is it because the women here try to go natural? Is that what it is? Uh-huh. Basic. Cool. Uh-huh. Yeah. I understand. Thank you for that explanation, because I was just kind of, heart stricken about it, because I was like, I even talked to a couple of places and I was like, why don't you, why don't you post pictures of your work? You just told me you read reviews on me and that helped you to, want to talk to me. Well, when it comes to hair or makeup, you want to see examples of their work. Okay, sister, I got your career, your current work, okay? So the first card is a guidance card, and it's the Temperance card. And I'm going to tell you how I describe this card. Now, this is about change in your work, current work. It's like, you know what? I can use a hair example on this. Okay, so let's say that you have always done hair color a certain way. You've used a specific brand, you've used specific chemicals, and this week you get a call to go to a hair show in Las Vegas. And when you get there, you learn some really fabulous new approaches. They use some of the old ways, but they also combine them with new ways. This is what you're looking at in your work right now. Mixing it up to where you don't throw everything that you know how to do out, but you bring in some new stuff and mix it up in a new way. That's what's being called of you right now. But the next card is the Two of Swords, and you're very confused and stuck thinking about something. I don't know if it's thinking about this move to California, if it's maybe wanting to leave this particular shop. I don't know, but something's been on your mind and you've thought it to death to the point where you're just kind of stuck. The next card, the Four of Pentacles, this one shows you're very solid in your clientele right now. You've done a good job building it up, and you're just kind of sitting very probably thankful that it's stable at least, and you don't have to, be fearful of not having enough. But I think there's something in you that's wanting some change, and you're not wanting to have to wait till you get to Santa Monica for the change. There's some change that you're wanting, but you don't have to destabilize what you've built to bring that new change in. This might be why we were having the conversation about the marketing. Maybe so. The final card is a new beginning, and the new beginning is the Ace of Cups, so it's an emotional fulfillment. It's a happiness. It's joy flowing over. So whatever it is that's got you kind of twisted up right now, know that you've done a good job. You just need to tweak some things a little bit so that you can have some change and broaden your money, broaden your clientele. But as far, you did ask me, is there anybody to worry about? There's no one else in this spread except you. Critic. Yeah. Well, it's a pretty decent spread, other than just you being kind of hung up on making decisions. And I will tell you this, if you're looking at this big move, you can, did you say you're in school too right now? Okay. You've got time to be really dreaming and thinking about what it is you're going to do in that business, what it's going to look like, what it's going to be called. Fantasize about that between now and then, because you're lucky when you have a time period before something's going to happen, because you can really mentally get it flowing in that direction, and then by the time you get there, it'll all fall into place for you. Okay? All right, sister, I've enjoyed you. Well, thank you. All right, well, we're committed then. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for giving me your presents. You too, honey. Bye-bye. She was so sweet. She was like, oh my God.